desk. It's probably where my key is. Where I never ever lose my key. I lost my key. I think it's in my jeans pocket from yesterday, but where's my key? I know. It's probably like I don't know. I put my water. Get tucked to yeah. I feel like you're okay, well, you're not getting deal with it. I'll sit right here since I don't match. You want me to I'm going to bring one of those boxes over. I said because I don't match, I can't sit with you. No stand on your phone? Well, Mike said it. I don't think so. Okay, go be here. Are you ready? Sure. Let's do this. Really, we're ready. Okay. What? Lori's gonna eat half my gum, but she needs gum, and I said, I'll give you half of it. Remind them, like, behavior because it's our first. Yes.
Like what you have to do to qualify?
You have to also, like, behavior or, like,
Oh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for getting quiet, third grade. This is our first quarter awards assembly. It's a really big deal here at Wentz School. We do this 4 times a year, 1 time for each quarter, and then we combine the fourth quarter and end of the year assembly together. But 9 weeks is a long time, and we like to recognize students for their hard work and their effort for each and every quarter that we have while we're in school. So third graders, this is your very first awards assembly here at Wentz. So let's go over a couple housekeeping things. All right, here in a few minutes, your teachers will be giving you a certificate if you've earned it. We'll talk about what each certificate is. But here's what I want you to do. Notice that you're facing the audience. All right, so when you get your certificate, I want you to stand up, smile, hold it, and stand quietly. And then we'll wait till everyone in one class has been announced, and then we'll applaud. All right? You'll get the gist real quick. We are also live streaming this for anyone that is not able to be here today, but we're glad to see so many of you that have joined us today in person. So let's go ahead and get started. The first award that we're going to give out is Good Behavior. We want our students to show the 7 habits of highly effective people, and we also have 3 school expectations that we follow. Can you say them with me? We are considerate, we are responsible, and we are leaders. That's right. Good job. In order to earn the certificate, our students had to have gotten 1 or less processings, no lunch detentions, no after-school detentions, and no tabs, which is an acronym for Think About Behavior, where they have to come sit in the office for a short amount of time. There are a lot of names here, which I'm super excited about. It means we have a lot of hardworking third grade students. So students, again, when you get your certificate, stand up and smile, because somebody may want to take your picture, or somebody may be watching and they want to see your face. And then we'll applaud for each class at the end. All right, first up we have Mrs. Young's class. Earning good behavior, we have Lucy Bicknell, Cohen Bradford, Ella Brinkerhoff, Knox Drake, Reed Ewing, Raphael Fiscal, Gareth Griffin, Xander Hickson, Cannon Keys, Mason Leloop, Marley Mitchell, Sabia Page, Lainey Seeley, Allie Shivler, Jackson Stroh, Scarlett Wombles, and Mason Jones. All right, good job. You even sit down. You can just put your certificates in front of you, friends. Okay, next up we have Mrs. Larson's class. Earning that good behavior certificate is Jacoby Augustus, Jersey Evard, Xavier Furry, Marley George, Henry Gilbert, Robert Gosnell, Briar Hornbrook, Elena Mahalko, Cannon Newland, Gracie Noonan, Macy Powell, Kinley Shaw, Liam Small, Michaela Smith, Ryan Trosper, Caitlin West, Brielle White, Dylan Davis, and Waylon Simfione. Congratulations. Next up is Mrs. Mitchell's class. Good behavior goes to Renesmee Budd, Reese Decker, Ivan Fiskus, Jace Foley, Nick Ford, Macy Grissom, Hayden LeLoop, Drew McMahon, Lane Pistorius, Tatum Ruffett, Leon Roberts, Allie Sanders, Addie Sexton, Jocelyn Tracy, and Emma Travoli. And last but not least is Mrs. Keys' class. Good behavior, we have Daniel Austin, Jody Cooley, Leighton Fitzgerald, Carly Grissom, Colt Geyer, Hunter Hinkie, Caden Johnson, Emily Larson, Anderson Lynch, Freya Lynch, Monty Lynch, Zoe Morgan, Tommy Lynn Price, Morgan Redmond, Cruz Rogers, Parker Scott, Kira Schaefer, Cambry Short, and Caden Smith. I always say the next award is always the hardest award to get. It is the 100% homework award. In order to earn this, students had to have had every single piece of homework assigned, brought back to school, turned into that teacher on time, ready to go. So this one's always extremely tough, but we have a lot of names here again, which is really exciting. So we're going to start again with Mrs. Young's class. With 100% homework for the first quarter, we have Cohen Bradford, Ella Brinkerhoff, Reed Ewing, Raphael Fiskell, Gareth Griffin, Xander Hickson, Cannon Keys, Mason LeLoop, Marley Mitchell, Lainey Seeley, Jackson Stroh, and Mason Jones. Great job. "100% homework in Mrs. Larson's class" goes to Jersey Evard, Xavier Furry, Marley George, Henry Gilbert, Robert Gosnell, Elena Mahalko, Cannon Newland, Gracie Noonan, Caitlin West, and Brielle White. "100% homework in Mrs. Mitchell's class goes to Reese Decker, Ivan Fiskus, Jace Foley, Drew McMahon, Lane Pastorius, Tatum Ruffett, Addie Sexton, Jocelyn Tracy, and Emma Travoli. And now Mrs. Keyes' class, earning 100% homework first quarter, we have Colt Geyer, Caden Johnson, Emily Larson, Anderson Lynch, Freya Lynch, Monty Lynch, Morgan Redmond, Cruz Rogers, Parker Scott, and Caden Smith. Alrighty, the last quarterly award that we give out is for AR. And if you haven't heard by now, students are required in third grade to earn 10 AR points each quarter. And our teachers do a really great job of setting small goals so that 10 AR points is very attainable for these students. So, lots of names here. If you earned your 10 AR points, students, you're going to get a certificate, but you're also going to get a certificate from Monocles for a little pizza, so don't lose it. Alrighty, back to Mrs. Young's class, earning those 10 AR points. We have Lucy Bicknell, Tyler Bond, Cohen Bradford, Ella Brinkerhoff, Knox Drake, Reed Ewing, Raphael Fiskow, Gareth Griffin, Xander Hickson, Parker Hurst, Cannon Keys, Mason LeLoop, Marley Mitchell, Bentley Moore, Sabia Page, Lainey Seeley, Allie Schiffler, Jackson Stroh, Scarlett Wombles, and Mason Jones. Woo! Alrighty, earning those 10 AR points in Mrs. Larson's class. Oh, third grade friends. Let's be leaders. We have Jacoby Augustus, Jersey Evard, Xavier Furry, Marley George, Henry Gilbert, Robert Gosnell, Briar Hornbrook, Cyrus Martin, Elena Mahalko, Cannon Newland, Gracie Noonan, Macy Powell, Kinley Shaw, Liam Small, Michaela Smith, Ryan Trosper, Caitlin West, Brielle White, and Dylan Davis. Awesome. Alrighty, in Mrs. Mitchell's class, earning those AR points, Renezame Budd, Isley Campbell, Reese Decker, Elliot Fellers, Ivan Fiskus, Jace Foley, Nick Ford, Macy Grissom, Hayden LaLoop, Drew McMahon, Mason Nichols, Lane Pastorius, Tatum Ruffett, Leon Roberts, Allie Sanders, Addie Sexton, Jocelyn Tracy, and Emma Trevoli. Alrighty, we're almost there. Third grade friends, hang with me. All right, last class is Mrs. Keys' class, so earning those AR points in the first quarter, we have Daniel Austin, Leighton Fitzgerald, Carly Grissom, Colt Geyer, Emily Larson, Anderson Lynch, Freya Lynch, Monty Lynch, Zoe Morgan, Tommy Lynn Price, Morgan Redmond, Cruz Rogers, Parker Scott, Kira Schaefer, Cambry Short, Cadence Smith. Congratulations. Alrighty, we are down to the last two awards of the day. Every single quarter, we take a second and recognize the top AR student in each class. So this is the student who had the most AR points out of anyone in their class. We have a special certificate for them. They're going to come forward. If your name is called, students, listen carefully. You've never done this. If your name is called, please come see your teacher, and then you're going to wait here in front of the backdrop, and Mr. Morris is going to take your picture. All right, so there's just one per class. And I will tell you, a lot of the times they already know who this student is because they keep close tabs on one another. All righty, the top AR student in Mrs. Young's class is Ella Brinkerhoff. The top AR student in Mrs. Larson's class is Henry Gilbert. Mrs. Mitchell's top AR student is Nick Ford. And the top AR student in Mrs. Keys' class is Kira Schaefer. Congratulations, great job. Okay, friends, this is it. This is the last award, but I want to take a second and explain it. Every quarter we pick a different subject area, and we recognize the student with the top grade in that subject area. So the first quarter we have reading, second quarter is science, third quarter is math, and fourth quarter is social studies. So we are recognizing the top reading student in each class. So this, again, is the student with the highest reading grade in their class. Again, students, if you hear your name, come see your teacher and wait in front of the backdrop. All right, Mrs. Young's top reading student is Ella Brinkerhoff. Mrs. Larson's top reading student is Henry Gilbert. The top reading student in Mrs. Mitchell's class is Tatum Ruffett. And the top, they're great friends. The top reading student in Mrs. Keyes' class is Layton Fitzgerald. Fantastic job, third graders. I am so proud of the work that they have put in first quarter. They are rocking third grade. We are going to do this again in January after second quarter is over, so be on the lookout for more text alerts signaling when this will be again. So thank you all for joining us today. You are welcome to visit with your child, take a couple pictures. We just have lunch in about 9 minutes, and you don't want third graders to miss lunch.